with head football coach Steve Johnson. Coach, tough battle last week with Dubuque all the way to the end. Didn't go your way, but a really great game in your home opener. Talk about what things worked well for your team, how you responded to your team here in this next week, and what you can take away from it.
You know, we had a great camp, and I love our team, and I love the energy that they have, the juice. You know, the loss is it's disappointing. You know, we led a lot of the game. We need to get a few first downs offensively at some key spots, and you know, those are things that you have to count on, but you just got to make it happen. So we need to execute a little bit better offensively, and I think it wore down our D a little bit. At the same time, still in the mix right at the end, and you know, it's a disappointing loss, and you know, it's hard to get through that, and you have to fight through that, and that's part of the stuff as we talk about coaches and guys, is that you got to lean into what's next, and you know, have a happy heart about it, and you got to learn from what's gone, but you can't let it linger because it'll flow into the next deal, and we just got to keep going. But the joy is still there, and we're just going, and you know, obvious disappointment, but that's a life thing.
Yeah.
And we want to build that character into ourselves, that we're not ducking and blaming, we're leaning into what's next.
Well, you talked about one of the bright spots last Saturday was the play of your defense. Obviously, pretty up-tempo and caused a lot of ruckus, if you will. What are some of the things that stuck out about your defensive play and how you were able to keep them limited on offense?
Well, I think you know, great, and almost great was I felt like we had pressure up front. The guys just worked their tails off, and we get to play a lot of D linemen and getting after it. If we could have got home a little bit more, we might have been that would have made a difference. So that was awesome. It could have been better, and then our coverage was great, and we had Cale Farron had 19 tackles, and they weren't just, you know, kind of drag downs either, because he packs a pop, and it was good. And so we had, you know, Dawson Brown had great stats, but they were kind of normal for him, and so it's really a good thing. But a lot of those things happen because the front's doing a great job, and then the backers, and then the secondary. And so I felt I was really pleased defensively with how we played, and you know, we're just only going to grow from there.
Well, last week, Bryce Marquardt set the all-time record for career receiving touchdowns. Had a great game as well, 166 and 2 touchdowns. Talk about his performance and what he can do for your team.
Well, he's just a great athlete, and there's, you know, he's got to be reckoned with. And what we have to balance with that is he's such a good weapon that the other people have to that the other teams have to really account for him and maybe do some special things. And we've got to do a little bit better job of getting the ball to everybody. And we need to be a little bit more efficient in our passing game, and that can mean quarterback, that can mean receiver, but it also could mean protection in the O-line. And so we need to do a better job. We need to be more efficient passing, and I mean percentage of completions. And in our running game, we lost Brady Bompster early, and that hurt us because he's got a big pop for us. And so we're gonna need to just grow in our running game, and again, that's the same thing. That's receivers, that's O-line, and that's the backs themselves to hit the hole, but not only that, but hit it right.
Well, this weekend you go to Carthage, a team you played last year, a tough game against them last year. I assume they'll be good again. Talk about what you expect this weekend against the Redmen and how you expect to be successful.
Well, we're excited to go on the road. We love to be together, and so we'll get down there on Friday, have a little walkthrough workout on their field, and then eat dinner at night and be ready to go. It's a noon start, and so that's a little bit different deal for us. Beautiful campus that we'll be on, and they are an excellent football team, and they're growing like crazy, and it's going to be a battle, you know, because we're going to go after them and we're going to go get them. They like to run the ball, they run power a bunch, and so we got to stop that and still do a great job in our secondary stuff. And offensively, we need to be, again, efficient and get after it, and you know, use our tools wisely. And we're expecting a great battle.
Awesome. We're looking forward to, like you said, noon on Saturday in Kenosha, and get on the winning track. All right.
Can't wait.
Thanks, Coach.